Why'd you think? You're 14 now and it's time you got yourself a job. Why can't I wait till the end of the year like everyone else? You need to start paying your way. Aunt Sylvie got up, closing the subject. But I ain't finished me education. Not even got me report or nothing. Kate's naturally rosy cheeks flushed deep crimson. Finished your education? Don't make me laugh. You'll never be no more than a skivvy or a factory girl, her aunt sneered. Then muttered, That's if you don't end up on the streets, like mother, like daughter. Kate should have been used to the insults, but she clenched her fists. Don't you talk about my mum like that, you mean old cow. Aunt Sylvie had a powerful right-hander that came out of nowhere. A sharp slap squashed Kate's rising anger, and she cursed her own quick temper. Why could she never keep her mouth shut? I'll say what I bloody well like in my own house. Now, go and put your best frock on and comb your rat's tails. We're going down Bootles. With her cheek stinging and her blood pumping, Kate dashed out of the room, straight into her cousin Janey, who put out a solid arm to bar her way. Janey was 18 now and thick-set. She pinched Kate's nose, making her gasp for breath. You got your answer there, didn't you, Nos Goss? Right across your ear hole, Janey smirked. Kate slid under her cousin's imprisoning arm, giving her a parting kick in the shin. Janey answered with a clout, which Kate evaded, wrestling her to the floor. She grabbed handfuls of her cousin's straight, sandy hair and tugged hard. Mum! Janey screamed, and Kate leapt for the stairs. I'd kill you if I wasn't clocking on in 5 minutes, you gypsy brat! You couldn't catch me if you had wings on your feet, Kate laughed, and reaching the shelter of the garret, slammed the hatch closed. The fight with Janey was nothing unusual. Her cousin had tormented Kate from that day 8 years ago, when she'd arrived at Aunt Sylvie's house, clutching her father's hand and full of questions. Why had her mum gone away? Why was her dad leaving her here? Janey hadn't taken long to coin Kate's nickname of Nos, but it had taken years before she'd stopped asking, why? The garret was scary. Unseen creatures scurried among the high rafters, approaching and retreating, never showing themselves. It was dark. The tiny dormer window with 3 panes boarded up let in scant light. The roof space loomed above, its timbers black. She pushed open the dormer and let weak sunlight spill in. Looking out over the saddle-backed roofs of the terrace tumbling towards East Lane River stairs, she let her eye rest on the sluggish Thames. It flowed just yards from the last house in the lane. At least she had the garret all to herself. She'd shared Janey's bed until she was 10, and there hadn't been a night when she'd not been pinched, prodded, and kicked out of bed, often waking up on the cold lino in the early hours. When Aunt Sylvie finally gave in to Janey's pleadings and removed Kate from the bed, there was only one place for her to go. The cousins all shared a bedroom, but she certainly couldn't go in with Stan. He was getting curious enough about her developing body as it was. No, Aunt Sylvie said. The garret was where she belonged. But on days like these, it felt not so much a punishment as a blessing. She remembered that other garret in the house next door to Aunt Sylvie's. It had been her childhood home until she was 6. Her parents had rented a room at the top of the house, with the garret as a bedroom for all of them. It was one of the few sharp memories of her life before coming to Aunt Sylvie's. No, Kate thought, this garret wasn't such a bad place. He certainly felt more like home than anywhere else in this bloody house. She breathed musky river air deep into her lungs and noticed that the trembling in her body slowed. So she would be a factory girl. Why was she surprised? You'll be all right, Kate girl, she whispered. She spent a full 5 minutes trying to tame her black curls. Gypsy rat's tails, Aunt Sylvie called them.